What is up, everybody? Jaco here today, and I'm making a video that I really wanted to make for a while now, but kind of forgot about it and then not sure if I wanted to make it. So, as you can read by the title, it could be misconstrued. Is that the right word? But the problem is, um, I've been dealing with a lot, and now you might be like, "Well, Jake, we all got problems, right? Why does your problems why does your problems differ from our problems, right? And the story is I'm 27 years old, right? And I've been plagued with these two, there's other stuff, but this is the two major things. Two major things that set me back in a awful way. Now, does that stop me from doing everything I do? No, because if I did stop doing everything I would do, I would gain weight rapidly. So let's talk about. Excuse me? You got a problem? She's looking at me. So let's talk about these things. And I'm sure I mentioned them before, but these are two things that happened right after I recovered from my open hernia surgery. So if you ever seen photos or videos of me and I had a scar, if you've seen on Twitter or wherever, a lot of people are like, "Yo, what's that scar down there? What is that?" That was from my surgery. I'm gonna look at it now. It's not that bad. It's definitely a little dark, but when you stretch it out, you could barely see it. It's right above the pubic area, which sucks because it's not under the pubic area. But it's not something that like bothers me. It's a scar. It's something we all deal with. It's not like something I was born with, a defect or something. It's something you got to deal with. Even that you have to deal with. But I hope you guys understand what I mean. So, two major things wrong. And the first one is my lower back. The second one is both of my feet. So, my feet, I noticed an issue when I was in this basketball league. These dates that I'm going to give you might not be accurate, so I do apologize. It was about a year and a half ago where I was playing basketball and I noticed how bad my heels hurt. It was one heel and then it was both heels, and I still continued to play on it until I was like, I can't take this no more, so I stopped playing. I finished the league, but I stopped playing basketball. So that's one huge cardio thing that helped me stay lean. And my lower back has been about at least a year to a year and a half as well. Now you might say, well, Jake, you just sound like a person complaining. Go to the doctor. This is the problem. I get the insurance that I need so I can go to the doctor. I went to 3 different podiatrists for my feet. All 3 of them agreed with me and said, okay, you have plantar fasciitis. So something I didn't realize is that my calves were really, really, really tight. So my foot, if you're on the ground, it wouldn't lift up like this. There was no play, which then activated the calves. So that kind of makes sense to me. It's like, okay, you're landing and your plantar fascia is taking all the hit when your calves are supposed to take the hit when you jump up and you land, right? That made sense. So then I started stretching my calves. I started wearing a boot to sleep to keep my foot flexed. And eventually my calves were completely thing. And this is something that, I stopped basketball because I was like, I'm not going to do this because it's never going to heal. So I got to just stop. And I did. And so with the first 2 doctors with the boot, the stretching, it didn't do anything for me. The pain was still there. So on the third doctor, he gave me an anti-inflammatory, and he gave. Let's just say I went to this doctor like 3, 4, 5 times, and then eventually he says, "Listen, I think the foot problem is stemming from your back, right?" So he's like, "Talk to your back doctor about it." So the foot situation has never healed. Let me tell you what this foot thing does. I can't walk for more than 10 minutes. I can't stand for more than 10 minutes. I can't play basketball at all. I can't do any cardio, maybe a spin bike. That's about it. Um, when I sleep, My feet cannot touch each other. My feet cannot touch anything. And the problem with this is that, yeah, I could just leave my foot hanging off the bed, but that means the only position that I can sleep in is on my back. I can't sleep on my stomach because my back won't allow me to. I can't sleep on my side because I have to put one leg up, and the one leg that's up on my left side is the one that's so the insides of my feet are the part that hurt the most, the inside heels. So that's the problem there. So eventually, about 3 weeks ago, the pain is now in the arch, especially on my left foot. So if I put any pressure in that arch, there's this excruciating stabbing pain that hurts so bad. So anytime I'm sitting down, I have to leave my foot hanging off of the recliner. I can't wear shoes almost at all without severe pain. I'm always walking around with sandals. And I can't walk around on bare hard floor as well. Sorry, every time I do that, I'm swiping a message away so I can see myself. So this problem is so bad, and I honestly do not know what to do at this point for my feet. I don't know. I had X-rays done. I don't know if MRIs on the feet, but the only thing I had done with the feet is an X-ray. I use foot massagers. I use ice. I use the salt in a thing, a massager. Nothing. Absolutely nothing is solving the problem, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse, and it's so scary. It is beyond scary. So I'm going to show you my foot now and just show you where the pain is located, and then I'll talk about my back. So if anybody is a foot doctor or could recommend anything, it would be best, because honestly, my point is I think the only thing to resolve this is my back hurts so bad right now, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So I just have to always go and try and crack my back to relieve pain. It didn't even crack, but it just releases some of the pain. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But if anybody knows anything, like, I would want to get surgery, but if you don't know the problem, what do you get surgery on? That's the issue. So here's my foot, right? 80% of the pain is in this area right here, right? And then I have this sharp pain in here. So here's the weird thing. Here's the weirdest thing. Hold on, let me take a picture for my thumbnail. Okay. Here's the weirdest thing is I can touch this with no pain whatsoever. That's the crazy part. I go like this. There's no pain whatsoever. It's crazy. So like I said, it's here and mostly here. Nothing over here at all. And nothing up here. The weirdest thing is the weirdest thing. So now let's go on to talk about my back. So my back is something I never went to the doctor for a while. And then I started wearing like braces at the gym. I do not lift heavy. I don't lift improperly. So I don't know what the issue is with my back. I started to notice my back when I couldn't sleep on my stomach anymore. And I always slept on my stomach. My entire life, I love sleeping on my stomach. Can't do it. I can't sleep on my at all like that. I have to sleep on my side with my leg crossed, like up like this, my one leg up to the knee, or I have to sleep on my back, which I don't enjoy whatsoever. So I went to a doctor for that. I went to the I went to a chiropractor first or doctor? I think I went to the chiropractor first. The chiropractor did x-rays, and he told me that it looks like there's a little bit of a disc slipping looking like, but he wasn't sure. So I did about 8 or 9 adjustments, and no, I did see a doctor somewhere, because I remember he said go to the chiropractor first. So before you can get an MRI, you have to go to a chiropractor. So the chiropractor did the x-rays, found nothing. Got 4, 5, 6 adjustments, got me nowhere. Pain, I felt good 10, 15 minutes, and the pain came back. And then I moved, and then I set up a new doctor with a specialist who actually does surgery. He wanted new x-rays done, got the x-rays, said there looks like some disc bulging, but he's not 100% sure. So after a while, he's like, says what the other doctor told me. He's like, listen, maybe you should do physical therapy. It will help you. Or we can try to go skip to the MRI. I said, listen, I just want to skip to the MRI. I did the chiropractic adjustments. I did the x-rays. I need this MRI. So the MRI gets approved by the insurance company. I get an MRI done. I bring the disc image back to the doctor a few weeks later. This is a whole process. Believe me, you need referrals. You need to go here. You need to go there. Whole issue. And I go get the MRI done. I bring the disc to the doctor, and he's just like, the MRI specialist said there was nothing wrong with you, but there does look like there's some sciatica or bulging of the disc. Okay. So then he says, let's schedule you for an epidural shot in your back. A few weeks later, I get the epidural shot. And they say, well, the epidural doesn't take effect for 5 to 7 days. The epidural shot did absolutely nothing for me. They also put me on pills, the same one the foot doctor put me on. I forgot the name of them. They were pills for the spine. I completely forgot the name of them. But they gave me headaches. I didn't like taking them. I took it for 3 weeks because they told me that it takes 2 weeks to enter your body. And that's what I did. It did absolutely nothing. So epidural did nothing. That did nothing. So then they scheduled me again for a follow-up for my epidural. And I'm like, listen, it didn't do anything. And I told them about the foot situation multiple times, and the doctor just blows it off. He's like, the first time he was like, oh, I can recommend you to a foot specialist in this office, and I think he'll do a better job. I said, will he take my insurance? Yeah, of course he'll take your insurance. So I booked that appointment, right? Get a call a couple days later. Sorry, the doctor doesn't take your insurance. Go figure. So then the next time when I went for the follow-up, I went back to him and told him about the foot situation, and he completely blew it off. He didn't say anything about it. So now he scheduled me for another shot in my back. I don't know what it's called exactly. I have the paper over here. 1 second. So this shot, the paper says epidural, but it's not an epidural. It's a BioLab fluid flow. Excuse me. A BioLab fluid flow, which does fluids right into the joints. And in today's Sunday, I'll be getting that Monday. So how can you be optimistic about situations that continue to fail? I feel like a goddamn lab rat that they're just doing this and trying to do process of elimination to in order to fix these situations, right? And at the end of the day, I'd rather just pay for the surgery, but you don't know what's wrong with me. I'm 27 years old with huge back pain and really bad feet, right? So let me explain how my back pain is. So it's all in my lower back area. Sorry. It's all in my lower back area. Here and here is the worst pain, right? So I cannot sit. If I sit, I have to be like this, against the back of the chair. If I lean forward like this, my pain in my back is so severe, not just right there, but later on and recurring. Now, what does this stop me from doing? Stops me from sleeping properly. Not only that, the feet. In the middle of the night, I'm constantly waking up because my feet are hurt, right? Stops me from sleeping right? Stops me from bending over and leaning over and picking up things properly. Lastly, I cannot do any abdominal workouts without severe pain later on. It's not even that bad while I'm doing it. It's the aftermath. And then the question is it worth having a six-pack and abs? Or is it worth having a back that doesn't hurt as bad? That's the trade-off. That's the question. So this is such a burden on me in many ways. It stops me from doing so many things that I wish to do. I can't roller skate. I can't run. I can barely walk. It's very unfortunate. I hate to just sit here and complain. I'm just looking for answers. And hopefully, not only that, it's been a burden in my last 3 relationships as well, which is the course of a year and a half, 3 different people. But at this point, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm not sure what to do. So I'm going to get that shot in 2 days, and I'll let you know how that goes. With my feet, I think that I'm just going to try to find the best doctor out there and say, listen, this is all that I've been through. Either you can help me or you can't, because I'm not going to be paying out of pocket $200-300 to see a doctor because they know it's at my insurance for them to not fix my issue. I'm tired. I am so tired. My back hurts. My feet hurt. I don't know what to do. Thank you guys for so much for watching. Be sure to check out my OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com/JakeOrion93. OnlyFans.com/StraightJake. Hope you guys like my water bottle. Have a good day, guys. I'm sorry this video was so long. But if you stuck with it until the end, leave a comment. Say I stuck with it to the end. And that'll make me really happy and make my day. I'm also wearing my Invisalign. So if I'm talking a little weird or you see something on my teeth, that is my Invisalign. Because I want my teeth perfect. So